Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hajime no Ippo, episode 44.
Ippo's in trouble, as he usually is. His opponent is very, very fast. Saeki.
Yeah, Saeki's kind of thrill-a-minute, like, loves to be, like, right on the edge of danger style. Is just kind of fun to watch. However, I'm not really worried about Ippo at all. Like, in a lot of ways, what I am more excited about is that this boxing style that he's got, the outboxing style, is very much reminiscent of a past rival that had his own little moments in Thailand, and kind of this is maybe another way of building up Ippo getting better than Miyata.
Right. Well, and also Eiji, because in order for him to fight Date, there needs to be a reason that we can believe that Ippo can actually win, right? As powerful as his punches are. So going up against an opponent like Saeki that's this fast, that will make it more believable when he's able to hopefully beat Eiji, because Eiji is ridiculously good.
I feel like I'm not in that kind of camp of where I'm doubting that Eiji will even have a chance against Ippo. It's more like, at least to me, like that this is a good step in the way of the fight, but the big thing is just that Ippo's going to put another tool into his arsenal of sorts. And maybe, if anything, this will be a showcase of just that way, maybe for that jolt punch that Date has, that Eiji Date has, that he might be able to just dodge it if he figures out how to box at a speed like this guy does.
Yeah, because the thing with Saeki is that it would seem like he's completely destroying Ippo here, and in some ways he is. But if Ippo ends up landing a real good solid punch, I doubt he'll be able to continue moving that fast. So we'll have to see how this goes.
Yeah. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Get the life, 時間はそんなにないぜ。それが start away. I want this only. 探し求める。あのギリギリの中で。強くて、夢を強くて。だけどらずにさあ思いを止めなんのやってないWhy とこのまま Trance continue No pain trance continue Oh. Oh. Ah. ここで第一ラウンド。いい出足だ。幕の内にはお前の動きがまるで見えとらん。見えてない。ええ。知らず知らずコーナーに追い込むなんざ。とりあえず見えてる証拠ですよ。もっとも。次のラウンド。My ultimate technique. Right.
Got him. Yeah.
Yep.
Go for the center of mass.
Yeah.
Huh? Ah! Yeah. Watch, he's gonna go like full like grasshopper, just all reflex.
すごい集中力だ。僕が動いた分、必ず同じだけ動いて距離を保ってる。それも僕より数段早く。今だ。幕の内出た。
What was that? What was that look that Saeki made though?
I don't know. Or was that Saeki trying to psych him out?
Maybe. What the heck? What the heck?
Okay. Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like crap. It's like Mashiba.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's flicker jabs. Wow. Oh, his eyes swollen shut.
Okay. Yeah.
The blind spot of the ring, yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
Wow.
Oh,
that's
crap. Dang.
That's rough.
Oh my god. Oh, now Ippo's saved by the bell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, come on, Ippo, you got this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
Well said.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this. Yeah, his punches are wilder, but maybe go the other way. Crap.
It's got to be so unsettling.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but I can't see, hear, or smell you right now.
Crap. And here come the flicker jabs, yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
That's right.
Wow. Oh, now he's going aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Oh, 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 he's going down. Oh, is he clinching? Oh, he just leaned on him.
Yeah. Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Can you stand? Yeah. Because you didn't even see him.
Oh, yeah?
What? What is it? Oh, come on. Come on. Tell us what it is. Wait.
Is it because Saeki will always be in the best possible position or something?
してても気になるか？
自分でも気づかないことが多いですからね。
大丈夫だ。1ラウンド目から乱れてないのが不思議なぐらいさ。
Ah, how constant it is.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
he goes.
Yeah, the rhythm. So then he knows where he will be based on the rhythm that he's been... Ah, okay, okay.
さすがに足が動かなくなっているようだな。
Oh, is that his bait?
一気に決めさせて
Maybe.
Wow! Oh! Yeah, I think he did. Maybe he can use the rope to his advantage, so he'll know he can't get too far behind him, you know?
Sure.
だがそれも意味はない。
Like, bait him into the rope and then...
やってもらったがこれで終わりだ。
Okay, Ippo, here it is. What's your...
Almost imagining some kind of like Toph tremor sense thing
Right, right.
happening.
見えなかった佐伯さんに持たれることができた。そこにいたんだ。間違いない。そこに来るんだ。ここに。
Oh, the music changed!
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, that's the body blow!
Lifted him into the air.
Oh. Oh. Oh, this is awesome! Like, I know!
And 2 punches was all it took.
落ち着け。闇雲に降ったパン。
Oh, it psyched him out.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I can stand. I got this. Yeah, he's getting back up. It just freaked him out. Like, yeah, it shouldn't be as heavy as him as big punches. The body blow is probably the biggest one, right? Oh, he had to block it.
Yeah.
They're squared up. Yeah, yeah. Because he's got the advantage. He's landed all the punches, so you have to close this, Ippo.
ここで行くんだ。
Yep, okay.
あの最高にスリリングな一瞬が。通り。これにカウンターを合わせる。これに。
Oh! He didn't get his counter up.
Yeah.
His
You sure
legs
that
are
was
acting
no
up.
damage?
カウンターチャンスだったんだが。
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, man!
Oh!
出てこれるが幕の内。
What? Oh!
なるほど。ダメージはあったけどな。まあ、佐伯も気づかなかったろう。
Yeah.
幕の内のパンチを体で覚えたこと。
Oh, and he's hesitating.
Wow.
鈍ったんじゃない。
Psychological damage.
組んだんだ。
Wow. Oh my god, he got with the uppercut too! He knocked
Yeah.
the ponytail off of him! Oh, jeez, jeez.
Yeah.
ってこいよ。幕の内。
This thrill is what I live for.
Oh.
来ている。
Oh. Yeah, he's unconscious now. Holy crap. Just the idea that he was down, then he was up, and then he just
Yeah.
collapsed.
佐伯続行不可能。試合終了。
Okay, wow,
Alright.
Ippo, well done.
Okay.
He's still in fight mode, like, calm down, buddy. Oh,
He's finally snapping
Yeah,
to.
he finally woke up out of it. Oh, man.
Wow.
Dang.
なかなか
Recoup. Oh. Umezawa? Oh, Saeki!
疲れてるとこ悪いけどよ。どうしてもわかんないことがあってな。なぜ近くにいる俺の位置が
リズムです。その
Yeah,
リズムがあまりにも正確だった
but I could tell exactly where you were.
同じタイミングで視覚に来るって確信が持てたんです。
いやー負け俺の足はまだ生きてるぜ。じゃあ
He moved so fast there was screen tear on the episode.
大きかった。
Hey, Umezawa!
梅沢君も
Oh.
その CM にならないってハッパーかけてくれたでしょ。お
Oh.
あれがなかったら倒れてたかもしれない。
Oh.
Ah.
この試合はすごく実感できたんだ。
Oh, sure. Because it's been so long, yeah.
僕はボクシングをやってるんだって。
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
だからありがとね、梅沢君。なんだよそれ。
Oh.
こと気にしてたろ。あ、なんだ、やっぱおめでとうかな。
Oh.
Ah, what a good guy.
Yeah.
Ah, I love it.
お前の勇姿見せなきゃな。はい、
Nice. Oh, right, all right.
Wow.
That's match 1 of the tournament. Yep.
All right.
Hey. That was a cool, yeah, like Mashiba flashback of sorts. Not flashback, but callback with the flicker jabs.
Yep.
It's such a dumb thing for me to think that people wouldn't share techniques.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, it's a publicly known thing. It's like, it's not
What
like,
is this anime?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's an actual thing that people do. So,
Yep.
you know, it just requires you to be really fast and then have the technical expertise on how to do it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something. I love how they resolved it. The whole thing of, you know, striking in his blind spot was great, and the fact that the weakness of Saeki was his own perfection with his tempo, with his rhythm. That was really good. Because yeah, if you had everything down to a science like that, you know, and it was that precise, that would end up being a bad thing, because, you know, then people know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I still find it to be a little bit of a kind of a like an anime thing in that they never determined whether or not the rhythm was something with regards to how frequently he would punch versus how and when he would move into punching proximity. Because him being an outboxer, most of his style is just staying out of your reach, but only entering, you know, to make, you know, his attacks and what have you.
Yeah, I feel like because of the blind spot thing, he wanted to be closer, because then it's easier to move around him, because, you know, arcs and things like that, so closer to the point of rotation, then he has less distance to move, you know?
That makes sense too. Yeah.
And and while it's an anime, you know, so okay, yeah, they stylized it a bit more. But like I could definitely see in an actual fight, even if it's not something where you're able to hit them every single time,
right,
you know, that you would be able to get some punches like that. And if that happened, then, and you're used to not being hit, because that's the thing. It's not that like he physically wouldn't be able to take punches, you know. He works out just fine.
Yes.
But the thing is that psychologically he's not as used to it, because he's always going to that point where he's really close, and he's so good at it that no one ever really hits him, right?
Yeah. That part I think is brilliant. That part I think is just absolutely genius, because the idea that he was paralyzed by fear, it's like, oh, that's a good line. But then you think about Ippo before coming into this match, and he had actually quite a bit of fear coming in because of how little time he had spent practicing prior to this tournament, and getting all of the stuff with his mother and all of that kind of out of his own head so that he can go back to boxing. It's why in the episode 2 episodes ago, when he comes back and then Takamura just lays into him, he starts basically crying with, joy, because he's just like, oh my God, like, it's been so long, and I feel back at home again.
Right.
And yet, that nervousness coming into this match, that was cool. He ended up being the one who dished it back out to
it felt kind of similar to when he had the pain in his hands.
Sure.
And he he had to work through it in order to punch and things like that. But then he had the problem of I'm my body is too scared to actually punch because I know the pain that it has caused me, right? Because the thing is that fear is not rational, right? It's instinctual. It's something that even if you argue against it of I shouldn't be afraid right now, or or something like that, right? It's still there. It doesn't just go away. So, that you know what I mean, right?
Just there's a difference between survival fear versus like fear is basically the survival instinct of the human body. So it's not it's obviously not rational because it doesn't have a thinking process.
There's reasons why you get afraid, right? There's reasoning behind it. It serves a purpose.
Right, and you're not debating whether or not one is legitimate or the other.
Right. But simply that if you're in a situation where you're thinking like, I shouldn't be afraid right now, that's not how fear works, right? It's the idea that, like, when you're afraid of something for very specific reasons, and you can't really logic your way past it. You just have to act in spite of it. And something like that is that's something that Saeki has used to his advantage by turning it into the adrenaline of I'm just barely not being hit, and I'm dancing with death kind of a thing, right? But then he suddenly does get hit, and he's like, I
don't like that.
I don't like that. Yeah. Because especially with Ippo, it hurts a lot.
Yeah. For him, though, he didn't really take that much damage, though, from the punches.
Nope.
Like, he
although that body blow looked like it hurt.
Now, I think it did hurt, but I think it's the way you said it's not rational. That's the kind of the point I just wanted to make sure is emphasized here, is that it's that he didn't take damage.
Right.
Yes. So he did hurt a little bit, but he didn't take permanent
his body
damage.
was still able to function just fine.
Right, and we see that even more so once he gets back to talking to Ippo at the end of the match and stuff. It's just that he hasn't been hit by someone who punches like Ippo before. So his body is like, hey, I'm overriding your sense of thrill seeking, buddy.
Right.
And I'm gonna have you basically seize up a little bit.
Right.
One of the things I saw his style of his moving around thing being is like a grasshopper or a bunny rabbit, or basically any kind of thing that is more based on reflexes than actual conscious decision making. Means that he works on a near subconscious level with regards to his dodging. It's so effortless for him that he can't really be consciously making the decision every single time. Which I think means that if he was then to experience fear, it would completely screw up everything because it's a subconscious thing.
Right, and the thing is that for most professionals, I can imagine that they're usually operating largely in the realm of the muscle memory, right? Because they've been doing this so long, they're professionals, right?
Yep.
So that's the area that they live and breathe in. The thing is that the area that they live and breathe in is different than the one that he lives and breathes in, because he lives and breathes in the I let you get really close, right? But you don't actually hit me. You don't actually hit me.
Yeah.
Whereas, and so suddenly, he's basically his instinct is jeopardized, right?
Right, because I would think it's a very simple thing is that it's in the sense that it's fear isn't really an emotion, but it kind of is. So in this case, his whole act here is an emotional one. he does the thrill thing because he likes how it makes him feel. It feels good. Now he got those punches in. Now suddenly the feel good part isn't there.
Yeah.
So he's like, that feels bad actually, so I can't let him get close. And in that split moment where he then has
hesitates,
well, he hesitates, but he has to then make a conscious decision, I believe, then to dodge.
Yep.
It's too slow.
Yeah. It's the it's the equivalent of like, when you have like those sci-fi stories where you have the robot or the machine and it's like thinking like 10 billion times faster than the people, and then suddenly it's like, it needs to like actually talk to people or something, and it's like just everything's super slow. Like that's basically what it is all of a sudden, where he has to consciously think about things because instinct isn't doing it anymore. And then he's just as fast as Ippo, and Ippo's able to clock him real good.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the idea that the speedster was paralyzed by the thing that was his strength.
Right.
Up until that point, and also was beaten by the thing that was the rhythm, if you will. That was one of his other strengths, was that he was able to out-tempo his opponents usually. And then in this case, the consistency with his tempo ended up giving a signal away to Ippo regarding how he moved, which, that's a bit of a fluke. And I think that's cool, though, as a rule of cool side of things.
Yeah.
I love way more, though, the idea that the punch did the psychological effect to him that made him have to consciously think about dodging.
Because even if it was simply something where, okay, he knows I'm going to be here, he's able to do this thing, whatever. The whole fluke idea, the reason why I think that why Saeki was able to just be confident in that, even if it didn't end up working out, is because, well, I've been dodging his punches this entire time.
Right.
This won't be a problem. If he throws a blind punch, I can just dodge that like I've dodged his, 6 dozen other punches, right?
Sure.
But because of that psychological aspect, because of that bit of fear, he hesitates, freezes up a bit, and then, bam.
Yeah.
It's funny because, like, there's, whenever I think of like superpowers and like what would be one of the best kinds of superpowers and stuff, there's plenty of superheroes that have like super strength and things like that, right? But if you ever have someone that just has like super speed, for instance, they just wipe the floor with pretty much anybody, right? Because what's the point if you can't actually hit them? And in this case here, it's kind of the whole thing of, well, the way you would beat someone with super speed is you make it so that they can't use their super speed, like
you get lucky.
Yeah, you get lucky, and you
get really lucky,
and you mess them up in some way so that they can't keep doing that thing that they can do, because otherwise you won't win. Like, you just won't.
Yeah, I wonder, though, this was something that when Ippo was like stuck in battle mode and he was still too focused on this whole thing there, I wonder if they're trying to make a point of how scared Ippo was.
Sure.
And he was basically locked into that mode. Because I think this is basically the most Ippo has robbed an opponent of their victory.
Yes.
And in a weird way, I feel like Ippo got lucky here. And I'm saying insanely lucky.
Right.
And I don't see it as a negative thing. I just see it as a thing of like, I hope Ippo's aware at the end of the fight. Like,
sure.
Like, the idea that he was able to track their movements based on the tempo or rhythm of the way they moved in the way Saeki moved in the previous rounds is cool.
Yeah, it speaks immensely to how good of a boxer Ippo is.
It speaks immensely of his idea to his ability to perceive the little things in the match while things are moving like crazy. I also think that Ippo's superpower in general has always been the ability to tell his body to do something, and it actually does that thing.
Oh yeah, because like what would happen if, like, okay, he knows he's gonna be here, so he punches, but the thing is, in that calculation, making that calculation, he's slightly off, right? Because the thing is that if he had missed that first punch, there's a very good likelihood that he wouldn't have made any of the other punches, because there wouldn't have been that psychological factor. And then he just dodged them. It's like, okay, fine, you threw a punch, and it would normally connect, but yeah, I'll just, move out of the way.
He did miss the first time.
Oh.
So, thinking back on that, now I feel a little bit more, actually, that's a good point. Yeah. No, yeah, okay. So because he missed the first time, that actually puts it in Saeki's corner. Because Saeki
Yeah.
then was overconfident, and your overconfidence is your weakness.
Which makes sense, given that he's like, yeah, you can't see me. So what? I can slow down a little bit now. I don't need to be as fast as I normally would, or as defensive as I normally would.
But he didn't speed back up again once he saw that he made a punch in that area.
Yeah. And another way to think about it, let's be real, this is something that I'm sure Saeki has done to many other boxers. Even if the boxers aren't able to do it with the level of proficiency that Ippo did,
sure,
punching into their blind spot would absolutely be something they would end up trying.
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
They might not try it well, so it might be something where Saeki was still like, yeah, I don't really need to worry about it. I've had some people do that before, and that's no big deal. But the fact that, Ippo missed the first one, then...
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't go into that style where he basically turns his shoulders and then keeps it out like this so that he could have the eye basically looking at a larger field of vision.
I think he could do that, but it doesn't actually increase the field of vision. It just orients it different. And then because Saeki's faster, he'd just move around.
No, because it does matter, because then if you basically just have it be a thing of where you have to get all the way behind me in order to have this bit there, in order to get around into my blind spot, then he just basically moves back towards the edge of the ring.
Oh, I think
it solves the whole thing.
I think the reason why he wouldn't want to turn his body like that is because then he could go the opposite direction, and he can't turn as much because he's already essentially turned his head as far this way as it'll turn.
Yeah.
So if you have it squared up, then you can do this, right?
Yeah, but
even if your field of vision is narrowed,
I still think it is more of a thing of where it's just this where Ippo's strength lies, so he's going to just hunker down and wait for a moment to where he can think about what he can do. Cause,
sure.
Yeah. But if it was me, no, I know about the restrictions of then being able to move this way and such. And when I'm like, to translate it into something that I'm actually good at, when I'm playing effectively what is the same thing considered in soccer, the mark, basically, where you're following someone that's running. You orient your knees and your hips basically towards the person at an angle that doesn't allow them to easily get around behind you. So the idea that in boxing,
square off with them.
Oh, right. So you square off with them, it's the same kind of thing. But in this case, if you imagine that, say, you have a side of you that's compromised or what have you, vision or what have you, you would then want to put that as being the thing that you don't want them to get around. So you would put that as far away from your mark, if you will, as possible.
Yeah.
So it takes them the longest amount of time to get around it.
I get that, but I still think you'd have a major issue because even if the positioning of the field of vision is different, your field of vision was just cut in half, so you can still only see him when he's in this narrow spot.
But the thing is that they're in a small enclosed square of space, so you move into that square space to where that field of vision part that's blocked off isn't going to matter as much because it's restricted by the
like
the
going up against the ropes
stuff.
or things like that. Yeah.
And then you would basically force the guy to basically be like, okay, fine, I'm not going to play that game. Now you come to me, and then it'll reinitiate the
or do more of the outboxing thing of just keeping distance.
Sure. But at that point, then Ippo would have plenty of time to sit there and think if he played it safe. And if he didn't play it safe, then Ippo would have a better chance of being able to kind of there. I'm trying to get in the head of how the sport works. I think that's how it would work, but maybe not. Maybe things are moving too quick to even have that be this way, and I'm just suffering from the anime thing of where when everything slows down, we're still moving at a rate of, things going very quickly. And it's just people getting time to think and stuff, so it feels longer than it actually is.
Yeah. Who knows?
But that was a good
episode.
fight. It was a good conversation at the end there with the two of them kind of, acknowledging each other there. And then Umezawa.
At the end. Umezawa is quickly becoming one of, if not my favorite character in Ippo. Because it's so good. It's those little things, right? Because the boxing and stuff, yes, it's awesome, and I am cheering for Ippo every step of the way, right? But when I think about the side characters, a lot of them are relegated to shticks, just generally, you've got I just had the biggest mind fart. I can't even think of anything.
What?
Anyways, basically, Umezawa's shtick has so much heart to it that with the smallest of little character details and expressions and things like that, they can add so much more substance to what could have just been a side character.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah.
I thought it was just because he's had all this character development. Like, he's actually one of the few
Yeah.
characters that actually
Has grown, like, and
developed
changed
and grown,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
is a different character fundamentally than he
Yeah, it's a
was
great
when he
point.
started off in this story.
Yep.
Like, we get to see him now, like, living and breathing in that and being who he is now.
He even has different hair now.
Yeah. And, you know, it's something sweet to have that kind of a, you know, power of friendship thing, you know, happen for your characters and stuff. But when they actually change this much, it really does mean a lot for the main character to see that. Like,
Yes.
like it's really important. So
Yeah.
Takamura giving his snarky commentary as always.
We would expect
but
nothing less.
Date Eiji kind of a little quivering in the stands, thinking like, oof, I got these two crazy people gunning for my head. Ay.
Oh boy.
So, that's round 1 of the tournament. And, on to the next one. So, y'all, if you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about these stories, about anime in general. And you can also talk with Jacob about his book.
Yes, my sci-fi novel Battle Lines is still available for order on Amazon. The link is in the description below, so go check it out, leave a review, let people know what you think.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.